Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Let's go, man. It's a big weekend.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
Pretty much the last one.
Oh.
I know we got the Super Bowl, but
Man, it doesn't count.
it doesn't count.
It's been a long journey.
Yeah.
You know what we should do for Pro Bowl weekend? We should recap like the top moments of the NFL season in our eyes, right?
Love that.
Like whoever had a big game or who beat somebody who was not supposed to beat somebody.
Big upset.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I would love to take a journey down that path. That would be awesome.
That's a great idea. Let's stamp that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
We're
Yeah.
going to do that next week.
Okay.
I love that.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on in, guys. Come on in. You know what time it is.
They're used to it by now.
Yup. Sebastian was
Oh,
Sebastian, man.
yeah. He had a special player this year.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you text me the excerpt about Cam Ward,
Yeah.
QB1.
Well, did you also see the Instagram DM I sent you of him on the basketball court?
No.
Oh, you missed that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know how many tries he had at it, but he was just throwing a football around in a basketball gym, full court, swish.
Wow.
Easy.
And throwing a football
Yeah,
into
throwing
the
a
hoop.
football into a hoop.
Wow.
Easy work. That's light work for him. That's what he does.
Yeah, he's special.
Yeah.
The Hurricanes are gonna miss him,
Yeah.
but we talking NFL today.
That's true.
We are talking
We got to
NFL
stay
today.
focused.
All right, let's go ahead and get into this thing, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into this thing.
All right, let's do it.
Yes, sir, man. It is conference championship weekend in the NFL, and I could not be more excited. Peyton, I know you are probably jumping out of your pants right now.
Bitter and sweet.
Oh,
because I can taste the end.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I totally understand I don't know if it's light at the end of the tunnel or darkness at the end of the tunnel, but
A little bit of both, because we do have basketball season coming up, like we said on Wednesday. So
What-
that helps.
whatever it is, we are at the end of the tunnel, and man, I could not be more excited, man, and I'm happy that we're finally gonna get ready to crown a champion in the NFL. So with that being said, man, guys, welcome to the Full Pour with the Sportaholics. I'm the host, Russ. That's my guy over there, Peyton. Peyton is the expert. He has all the hot takes and all the takes in general, all the knowledge that you may need for your NFL fandom or whatever you have going on, man.
He doesn't like to say it, and I'm going to say it again. You know what's coming. He's an expert, too. He's got his takes.
Okay, I am an avid football watcher, and I definitely like to break the game down, play by play, man. And enjoy it as a fan at the same time.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Like I said, it's bittersweet, but let's just enjoy it for now. You know, one more weekend of football with back-to-back games.
Yes, sir.
Why not sit back and enjoy it? Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys are not following us on any social media platforms, please go ahead and check out our pages at the Sportaholics on Instagram and X. I'm over to Instagram. My guy here is over on X. You can find him. If you want to chop it up with either one of us, by all means, feel free. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please make sure you leave a comment, a like. That helps us out with the algorithm. You guys know how I go if you're watching us right now on YouTube. So, man, let's go ahead and jump into it, Peyton, man. And today we're going to do it a little bit different. Usually we have our segments, but because we are at our last two games of the season, we wanted to I personally, I just want Peyton to drive, and I want to be passenger princess. Is that okay with you?
Let's not call it passenger princess, but I do have a ton of notes here, and I can't wait to get to all of them.
Let's do it, man. So
ready?
Wherever you want to take us, bro, the fans are waiting. The people that's watching at home are waiting. And more importantly, I'm sitting here waiting, and I'm ready.
All right, let's do it, man. Let's start with the game at 3 o'clock, the Commanders and the Eagles, right? So my question is, do the Commanders really have a chance? Because, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Anybody has a chance on any given Sunday.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So
I mean, the Eagles have probably been the most dominant team in the playoffs thus far. They basically dismantled and beat up the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
They were handling the Rams until the end of that game where it got a little close, but they still handled business.
Yep.
And when you look at the 4 teams left, they probably have the most talented roster overall. to answer the question for myself, of course the Commanders have a chance. They just beat the number 1 seed Detroit Lions, and they handled business in the second half. That game wasn't even that close.
Yeah, man. So it's funny that you said dismantled the Packers, because that's exactly what happened. They had people going off the field left and right, and they looked like a JV team who was scrimmaging varsity, and it was pretty bad. So you're absolutely spot on when you say that the Eagles have been one of the most dominant teams in the playoffs right now. So I agree with you. Of course, anybody who lines up on Sunday or lines up against another team has a chance to win as long as they play the game, right? But let's be real. I don't think anybody sees the Commanders coming out with a victory. But that leads me to a very interesting point. They have been doubted this whole playoff run, right? So with that being said, I like it, and I'm ready to see what happens, man. And me as a you know exactly where I'm going with this. I'm an underdog guy. So I would love to see Jaden Daniel play in the Super Bowl. That would be awesome from him. Yeah. No better way to start your NFL career other than taking your team all the way to the Super Bowl. I don't know what the odds were at the beginning of the season,
right?
But who had the Washington Commanders sitting in the NFC championship? Nobody.
I was going to say, we liked him as a surprise team. We didn't have him going this far.
Yeah.
And we know Jaden has been playing at an elite level, but what about the rest of the guys on this roster? I mean, I think they've got elite, high-level players at every level on the defensive side of the ball.
I would agree.
Between the defensive line, linebackers, and secondary.
I would agree. But with that being said, their defense is top tier, but on the offensive side of the ball, they're really running with a bunch of mid-level athletes.
They've got Terry McLaurin, but then guys like De'Ami Brown step up.
But even with Terry McLaurin being that guy on the Washington Commanders roster, right? He's still not A-lister in the NFL. You can't tell me that Terry McLaurin is an A-lister.
He's not A.J. Brown.
Right. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah.
The list goes on. But what I will say about Terry McLaurin, he plays with a chip on his shoulder, just like Jaden Daniels plays.
Yeah.
So I can respect this whole offensive side of the ball. The defense, you got to give them props. But the offensive side of the ball, these guys are, this is a put-together team, and they just kind of figured out a way to make it here. So congratulations to them.
One of the great things about each of these games this weekend is that, in a sense, we've already seen these matchups earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So for me as a consumer, I got to put on the tape and look back at those matchups. I want to hear your thoughts, because I think it's an interesting matchup on the outside with Washington's speed and Philly's corners.
Yep.
Because Terry, he is a burner, and De'Ami Brown can get down the field too. And, in that first matchup between the Commanders and Eagles, Jaden was able to hit some shots over the top.
Mm-hmm. And he might have that same opportunity coming this Sunday. But I think when you play a team one time, it's going to always be different. So you're going to have to switch it up.
Sure.
You may think that what worked in the first game will not work in the second game. Mm-hmm. So you really have to come at this in a different mindset with a different approach. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. My big take for this game would be that Jaden Daniels has to do what he does naturally, and that's run.
Okay.
He's going to have to use his legs. He's going to have to use that pocket presence in order to extend plays and extend drives. And in order to extend those drives, he may have to run for 5 yards on a third down. Yeah. You know what I mean? So as long as he doesn't take the big shot, he's gonna always give his team a chance to play for another down. So I can't say anything else. Here's the big question though.
Okay.
How do the Commanders stop Saquon Barkley?
Did you read my notes? Because I was gonna point blank ask you, is it possible to stop him if the Eagles are committed to running the ball whenever they want?
Oh man, is it possible to stop him? It's possible to stop him.
Okay.
You load the box, right?
Right.
But now what do? You leave yourself subject to.
Now there's only so many second level defenders that can tackle him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but even that, you leave yourself wide open for the passing game, right? So, and let's not forget, that Jalen Hurts also has wheels of his own. You know what I mean? And he also has weapons on the outside as well. So we can't forget about those guys that's sitting on the outside. So by all means.
It's interesting that you bring that up. I think from a defensive approach, we get two completely different styles because I think Washington will try to commit to stopping the run. And like you said, they'll load the box. I see Philly playing a little bit more of a bend, don't break, especially with the respect they have for Jaden against the blitz.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But I don't see Philly ever playing a bend but don't break.
You don't think so?
Style of football.
But I think when you heat Jaden up and you make him go fast, he can beat you. He can hurt you in a bunch of different ways.
I think that Philly is so confident in their abilities.
Okay.
That they decide what offenses and defenses do. They're the ones that dictate, and that's the style that we've seen all season long.
Okay,
right. So I'm not going to sit here and say that they're gonna be conservative. Like, I think they're gonna come out and play the type of ball that they want to play until they can't play that style of ball anymore. You know, and that's exact. Now, if you ask me, I think Washington probably will have a different approach, which would be control the clock, nickel and dime, extend drives as long as they possibly can. Try their hardest to get the Eagles' offense off of the field, and get their offense back on the field. So, I think in this game, the Eagles will be the aggressor, especially because they probably feel now you got, as a ball player, right? You got to feel like when you play a team like Washington, nobody thinks that they're supposed to be here. Now you're underestimating them.
That's dangerous.
It is dangerous. It's very dangerous. But we know that the Eagles have walked this walk and they've talked this talk already.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So it's funny that I say that because I was playing basketball today, and I'm gonna brag a little bit, but I won like the first game, right? It wasn't an easy game to win, but I won the first game, and then the second team came on the court, and we were like, oh, we about to scrape this team. So what are we doing? We passing the ball behind our head. We, tossing it around, and we're pretty much lollygagging at that point. But what happens? The team that we're supposed to smack, they kept it close. Yeah. They won. We won the game. Don't get it twisted. But they were able to keep it close because we came out and we were playing and we were thinking that we're gonna. So that leads you to a terrible situation when you think that you're gonna
roll over somebody.
Yeah. So by all means, man, I don't think that that's what the Eagles are thinking, but I do think that they are expecting to win, as is the Commanders. So
as plain and simple as it sounds, we know the Eagles are going to have some success running the ball with that offensive line and Saquon.
Right.
How do the Commanders offset that? They have to be able to run the ball too. Now, if there's a weakness of the Commanders, it would be their offensive line, but this whole run for the Commanders, Jaden has been able to offset that because of his ability to pull the ball on those read options.
Yep.
So I think you let the offensive line go to work. Plus, that Philly D-line is nasty. You don't want to let them pin their ears back. You got to make them work all game long. So that's one of my keys to the game. You got any more thoughts on this one?
Well, I will say I will be watching this game very closely with a telescope type lens.
Yeah.
Just to see how the coordinators are going to call this game, because we know that every team has their pros and cons, their strengths and their weaknesses, but I'm very interested to see how the Eagles approach a Jaden Daniels type quarterback, and I think if you really ask me, I think that Jaden Daniels at this point in his rookie season is feeling very confident. And I think that's a scary thing. So
it is.
I would love to see how he's gonna approach this game, and if the stage is gonna be too big for him. But honestly, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't think that.
And that's the other thing, man. They're just hot right now.
Yeah.
All they know is playing good football. So it's almost like you can expect them to play their A game. Now, is that going to be enough? We don't know because Philly is that talented, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Commanders plus the 6. I'm going to project a close game.
Okay.
Philly probably squeaks it out, but I'll take the 6 points.
Don't say probably. All right, if you want to go there, we can go there. Like
okay.
who you got? You say you got Washington to cover.
Right.
But who are you picking to win this game?
I guess it'll be good for content if I just go for the Commanders.
It's up to you. Hey, whatever you say, whatever you say on this stream right here,
who do you
sticks. I'm going Philly.
Let's go head to head.
So you want to go? You want to go Washington? That's what you want to do. You want to go Washington?
Why not?
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. All right. Actually, and that brings us up to a good point. Before we can move on to the next game,
sure.
I will say you are up in the standings right now.
A hair.
I believe you are up 6-4 to my 5-5.
Yeah,
I think I broke even.
10 games.
Yeah,
it was really that Bills-Ravens game.
Yeah,
that got me over the top. But
man,
barely. Yeah.
No. I had a terrible weekend last week on my picks.
It happens.
I picked the Ravens to win.
Yeah.
Lions. I picked the Lions to win.
Texans. Although
I did pick the Texans.
I'm gonna give you a pass on that.
I did pick the Texans.
I think that was just hating on the Chiefs.
I'm not a Chief hater, but I thought that the that game right there is such a touchy topic. Like I don't want to sit here and talk about that game. We broke that game down already, man.
Yeah, we don't have to.
But I lost 3 games last week and
all right.
Oh man, that was tough. That was a heartbreaker.
Yeah,
so,
we'll see what happens.
I'm 6-4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you are I'm 5-5. You're 6-4.
Is what it is.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
You're going for the Commanders this weekend, and I'm going for Philly.
All right. To end it on this game, from your perspective, if you're Washington, what's your best chance at stopping Saquon? Like. From an alignment standpoint, from a physicality standpoint, like what do you do?
Man, sheesh. Now you're asking me to come up with a game plan, like right on the spot.
It doesn't have to be elaborate, but just maybe.
I think that in order to stop Saquon Barkley, man, you really like those defensive linemen have to plug in their gaps. Like they have to plug in their gaps. And the hardest part here is not the defensive line; it's really the linebackers.
Yeah, the safeties.
The second is the second level, not the third level. It's the second level because if you're playing on your toes, you leave whatever behind you available, right? Yeah. If you're playing on your heels, Saquon Barkley could hit that gap and be up the field in no time.
Yeah.
So I think the linebackers will be the X factor in how quickly they can read the run.
Sure.
And understanding, and also for the defensive coordinator to understand what Philly is trying to do. So
yeah,
that would be my take. I can't really come up with a game plan on it, but I do think that the second level is going to play a major factor on the defensive side of the ball for Washington.
Yeah.
In order to stop Saquon Barkley. But I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. We've seen people try to stop Saquon Barkley all season, and guess what? They look really bad trying to do it. So
hey, I got you, Bobby Wagner. I got you, Mikey Sanders. Still, you guys got it.
Bobby Wagner's a beast.
Yeah,
but we're running away from him. We're running away from him.
So
quick check.
As a quick point,
Omaha.
The last time these two teams played, the Commanders had probably at least 4 or 5 tackles for loss.
Yeah.
Now Saquon broke off a few, so I think it's just situational. I think it's kind of boom or bust for the Commanders. If they can stop him in his tracks in the backfield and gang tackle him, they have a chance. If he's breaking through the line and in the open field, obviously it's a wrap.
The only thing standing in the way of the Eagles right now is the Eagles. Anybody they play, anybody they line up across from is really just for technicality.
Okay. Yeah. They are a juggernaut.
All right. So They got a hell of a backfield. They got a hell of, and honestly, as bad as I want to see this happen for Jaden Daniels, I want to see this happen for Saquon Barkley as well.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? This is a guy who
has been through a lot.
Let's not forget Saquon Barkley's story. And I don't want to dive deep. I don't want to dive deep into it, but by all means, like Saquon Barkley, as a collegiate athlete, he's been through a lot, right? So we have to understand that as a professional athlete, he's been through hell. Okay. Yeah. And his first year on a new team, he's showing his ass. Right. So by all means, like that's all I want to say about that. We could move on from this Washington Eagles game. I got the Eagles. It. You got the Commanders.
I'll rock with them.
Yeah. All right. All right. So you heard it here first, man. My boy is picking the Commanders to come out and be in the Super Bowl. The first team in the Super Bowl. All right.
Oh, cool. Wow. You ready for the next one?
Let's do it. No. No. I said let's do it, but no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not ready for it. All right, let's go.
So, all right, I don't care how this comes off. This is going to be like cliche, but my first thought for this game is we are blessed to have an opportunity to watch this game. Okay. And maybe I'm just a bit of a sports nut here, but really, the Chiefs going for history, trying to be the first team to three-peat versus a team that hasn't gotten over the hump historically, the Buffalo Bills. And then, obviously, it's Josh versus Patrick, arguably the two most gifted quarterback talents of our lifetime facing off. All right, I'm hyping it up too much. My second thought, how is the total for this game sitting at 48.5?
Are you saying
I have the two best quarterbacks in the NFL. I have Andy Reid and Joe Brady calling plays, and the total is at 48.5?
Right. I mean, that's pretty accurate, yes.
Really?
Are you telling?
So are you 24-24?
Are you telling me? Are you telling me that the Chiefs are a high flying offense this year and they put a lot of points on the board? Hell no.
They can score when they want to, and I'm telling you, the Bills' offense has been taken off. And a couple of years ago, when these two teams played in that historic divisional round game, what was the final score?
I don't recall.
42-36.
Yeah, crazy. But that's not this season.
Oh,
okay.
My favorite play is the over.
All right. So what I will tell you, and you told me this first and foremost, the experts pick the under, the fans pick the over. You've told me this. You told me this 100 times before.
I may fall victim to my own saying.
All right. So with that being said, I do think that Kansas City has skated to this conference championship.
All right.
I think that despite all the craziness that they've had to encounter and the turmoil that they had to encounter with the refs being on their side and blah, whatever the rumors are, or the headlines are saying, I don't really care. But I think that Patrick Mahomes is so comfortable in the NFL that he knows, all right, bro, I'm going to just go out here. I'm going to just ding and drop, whatever you call it, bro. Like, I'm going to just drop the ball off here, drop the ball off there. We're going to move down the field.
Partially insinuating that he's not afraid to get hit because the refs have
No, he's definitely afraid to get hit.
Okay.
He's definitely afraid to get hit. And the last game against the Texans showed that he's afraid to get hit. All right. So, but to your point, he's a very smart player. Don't get it twisted. He's a very smart player. Like this is not a guy that is gonna sit here and allow linebackers and DBs to tee off on him and defensive linemen to tee off on him. He's thinking about his career, but he's a very intelligent player and he understands how to maneuver throughout this game. And I think he's figured it out quicker than any other quarterback who's ever figured it out.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, especially with a quarterback who, I'm not going to say he's a supreme runner, but he
gets it done.
He definitely gets it done. If it's third and 6, 3rd and 7, you still have to watch out for Patrick Mahomes.
Well, it's funny that you say that. I have this here in my notes. He's the best third down quarterback we have in the league, easily. And to me, that gives the Chiefs a bit of an advantage in the run game because they know, like Andy Reid knows, as long as it's not 3rd and medium, 3rd and long, we can pretty much try to run the ball whenever we want.
Yep.
especially with that interior of the offensive line. But let's get back to the total, because you acutely said fans bet the over, Vegas bets the under.
Yep.
So I'm just sitting here wondering, why is this total sitting at 48.5? It's telling me that each defense is going to be pretty good at stopping the run.
I will go ahead and say this on camera.
Okay.
I think that Washington versus Philly will be a higher scoring game than the Bills versus the Chiefs. 100%.
All right.
I can see this game being 17-14. I can see that 100%.
That is interesting.
I can see that 100%.
I'll go the other way, but that's interesting.
The Chiefs don't come out trying to score points.
They just manage the game.
That's it. That's it. And the way that they've approached the game this season has seemed like they've had that conversation, like longevity is key.
Yeah. All
right. So they've had some injuries on their team. All right. They've had players go out. We've seen Isaiah Pacheco. He's come back and he's still not the same. They've added Kareem Hunt by all means, and Hunt, whatever. But this is not a team that's coming out trying to take the top off on defenses. This is the team
they'll methodically move it.
That's all they're okay with that.
Yeah.
They're okay with that. So with that being said, like you said before, Patrick Mahomes knows that he can score. Andy Reid knows that he can score when he wants to. But do we need to? Is the ultimate question. No. We just need to win the game.
Yeah.
That's it. If we get 3 points on this drive, that's a dub.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. If we need to score a touchdown, we'll go for it on fourth.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. So the bigger game is with the guys that's in black and white.
Oh no. We're bringing them into the conversation.
Hey, man.
I think it was bad enough last week to the point where, well, I don't want to say they weren't calling it objectively last week, but there were some missed calls to the point where that's noticeably wrong and unfair.
Yep.
And I think they correct that this week.
I hope so.
They better.
I hope so. I think that, and I hate to be one of those people that say that the NFL has a script, the NBA has a script, it's all scripted. It's basically the WWE. Okay.
If that's the case, then I need to reconsider my life habits.
Man, so I don't know, man. But aside from all the shenanigans that go down around the Kansas City Chiefs, I will say they find ways to make plays. Now, when things aren't going their way, that's when it seems to be like,
uh-oh, where's the flag?
Come on. Come on.
So my other point for this game is, and I've talked about this guy a lot, can Joe Brady, the Bills play caller, keep up with Andy Reid?
Yeah.
Especially with the advantages that we've already pointed out for the Chiefs. They can run the ball when they want and play that keep away game. And they have Andy Reid calling plays, and he's one of the best ever. So
I don't think the Bills have anything that the Chiefs can't handle.
I think the Bills have a really good tight end group, and I think you can expect to see them make some splash plays.
Okay.
Yeah. Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox.
Me personally.
Yeah.
I don't care who wins this game. I'll pick a winner at the end when we're done with our spill.
Okay.
But I don't really care who wins this game because I don't think the winner is going to be from the AFC this year.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll go head to head with you again.
I think that the Super Bowl champion will come from the NFC.
All right.
It's not the team that I wanted it to be, but it will be a team from the NFC.
Okay.
A more blue collar conference. Yeah. Way more rugged. Way more
less star power at the most important position. Although Jalen and Jaden are great.
In this season, the NFC proved to not be pretty boys. Okay.
Right, fair enough.
They proved to put their hard hats on, they boots, and they brought their lunch to work every day. All right. So with that being said, I personally don't care. I don't care to break this game down because.
Okay.
But what I will tell you, and I told you this off camera, I don't want to see the Bills in the Super Bowl.
That was my preseason AFC representative for the Super Bowl.
So you got to go with them. So we also going head to head in this game, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Chiefs.
Oh,
to make
I know
it back
that's
to
hard for you to do.
Not really. I love Patrick Mahomes. I
Cool.
think Travis Kelce is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think never mind. I was gonna go somewhere else with that.
I have a feeling I know, but we don't need to get into it.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that. But I think that this team is pretty cool. The way that they're built, the way that they sustain success.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rock with the Chiefs. You never really want to put your money against Patrick Mahomes, but I'm gonna do that in the Super Bowl because I don't see him winning a third straight.
So the last point I'll make for this game.
Okay.
What is the Buffalo Bills game plan for when the Chiefs defense ultimately decides to run that cover zero blitz? Because we know Steve Spagnuolo for the Chiefs, at some point in the game, he's going to dial it up and bring the house and speed up the play.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's who they are. That's their identity. So they need to have a plan for that ultimately. So that's something that I'm interested to watch. How do they handle that on that 3rd and 7 when they know it's coming and they need protection to stand up front?
So to answer your question, I have no idea. Yeah. What I will say is I won't have much of a telescopic lens on this game.
You should.
That I will have on Philly versus Washington.
I'll force him to.
No, you won't. So I feel like the Washington versus Philly game will be more technical than this game versus with the Chiefs and the Bills.
Be more technical.
Yeah, I think they're going to be playing football over there in the NFC.
I can't go there.
This AFC game,
can't go there.
I don't know what the hell that's going to be.
Oh, it has it. Well, I don't want to jinx it, but
I don't know what the hell that's going to be. And I'm really not looking forward to it. Only people that's excited about the Bills potentially making it to the championship and the Super Bowl are Bills fans.
Oh,
you're a Bills fan?
Well, no, I'm not, but I want to see them have their breakthrough moment. And I know they've
been
to the Super Bowl before.
All right,
they've been chomping at the bit for a long time.
They're also conference rivals, so maybe that's another reason why I don't want to see them.
That makes sense. How did I not think of that?
But I don't.
We got Sebastian right here.
Right. I don't really care for the Bills. I don't care. Bills Mafia, what's up? Don't run up on it. I'm sorry. I don't want no problems.
You don't want those problems.
Yeah, no, I don't want no problems. This is all fun.
You're making me sound like a Bills fan right now.
This is all fun and games by any means. So please. But what I will say.
So what's your score?
I told you 17-14.
Dang. Okay.
Oh, I can see it being 17-14, 21-14.
I'll go 30-24 in overtime. Bills. Yeah.
Overtime?
Why not?
What?
The spread?
We're not getting free football.
The spread is 2. It's projected to be a close game.
We're not getting free football.
Okay.
The refs will not allow the Chiefs to go into overtime.
Man, I'm really up against it here. I'm taking the Commanders outright. And now I look like a fool for saying the game's going to go to overtime. What are the chances the game actually goes to overtime?
That would be crazy. I would be like, Peyton, ain't no way you predicted that. There's
24-24 at the end of it all with extra time to play. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm more excited for the AFC game. I'll say that.
Wow.
I'm excited for both of them, obviously.
I've never been an NFC fan.
Because you're a Dolphin.
Despite that, all the teams that I like have always been in the AFC. The Steelers, the Ravens, the Dolphins. Yep. Until most recent history, I've started to like the Lions.
You have. Love Saquon.
I guess back in the 90s, I could say that I like the Cowboys and the 49ers. Ooh. But who didn't like watching them? Those teams were like the Rams. These are teams that you're watching and you're like, man, these guys are great. Like, come on, Jerry Rice and Montana.
Right.
Come on, like you got
That was before our time. But
you got Emmitt Smith going
Well,
crazy.
that's true.
Troy
Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin.
Come on,
I got you.
You got those guys going nuts, and then you got Kurt Warner and what's
Greatest show on turf?
what's the running back name?
Was it
Falk? Marshall
Yeah,
Falk?
Falk. Yeah.
Come on, Torrey Holt.
Right.
Like that's my time. And
are you trying to say you don't all where the sport is headed or what the sport has become?
I wouldn't say that at
Okay.
all. I wouldn't say that at all.
You're just basking in the glory days of the great teams.
So at some point in time, I used to watch wrestling, right? And I used to always think it was real.
Yeah.
I think that once I found out that it wasn't real, my fandom for that particular entertainment was like it went away really quickly. They can't let the cat out the bag with the NFL and the NBA and all of that stuff, right? So I do feel like there are certain calls that happen, whether it be to franchises and organizations and coaches and players, referees. There's been documentaries on this type of stuff, right? Like referees who throw the game just because they are expecting a certain amount of payday. Like we've seen this, but I'm not taking anything away from it. I still watch with full enjoyment, but
you are older than wiser than me.
Listen,
I mean, shoot.
The NFL to me has just seemed to be one of those things that when you watch it, it's like, come on. Like this can't be real. This really can't be.
Let's wait till this weekend. If the Chiefs get more egregious calls this weekend and they win because of that, I'm on your side. All right.
All right.
Well, we got one more game to see.
Hey, we got.
Hey, someone's going off in the chat.
Rich, what's going on, man?
Yes,
Chiefs are going down.
Even the refs can't save them. I like it.
Yeah. And Ravens can't win.
Oh, that's a deep shot.
Hey, man. Hey,
maybe it's the Ravens' time next year.
The Ravens have no chance. But thank you for those comments. I really do appreciate it.
We do appreciate it.
Man, listen. I'm gonna sit back and watch this game with full enjoyment. More so talking about the Chiefs versus the Bills.
Okay.
But man, that Philly Washington game is gonna be it's gonna be a crazy game.
Okay.
And even if it's not high flying, it's no pun intended there, but it's gonna be a really good game.
Hey man, I'm glad we nailed our stuff down. We're going head to head.
Yeah.
It should be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, bro.
Yeah.
This is the last weekend before the Super Bowl. Well, second to last, whatever you want to call it. But man, for you guys that's sitting at home, thank you for watching. If you're still watching right now, man, we really do appreciate you guys. What are your thoughts on conference championship weekend? Who do you have going? You got 4 teams? Do you have Washington, Philly, or do you have the Chiefs, Bills? What's your prediction for the Super Bowl? Please leave us a comment and let us know exactly what you guys think.
Yes.
Peyton, good stuff today, bro.
Good stuff again, man.
Yeah,
and again, we want to make an announcement. We're not going to disclose the announcement today, but we just want y'all to know we've got a big announcement coming soon regarding the show and the future of the show. So stay tuned for that. We're very excited for it.
Yes, man. It's a lot coming up, especially after the Super Bowl. So you guys, please, man, if you are not already, please make sure you're following us for all updates. It's really going to get exciting here, and we're going to be taking a really deep dive into sports, and that's really all we can say right now.
That's all we can say. We're keeping it close to the vest.
Yeah, man, that's all we can say. So if you guys are rocking with the Sportaholics, man, we really do appreciate y'all, and this is gonna get really interesting really soon.
Yes,
just like this weekend and the NFL. So
and just as a closing note, I thought you were gonna say 5 teams including the referees. No,
man, I didn't. I decided not to go that low.
Okay,
I'm not gonna be that petty.
All right.
But man, it's gonna be a very interesting weekend, and if we come back and the refs have anything to do with the Chiefs winning, you're gonna see one fired up Russ.
Yeah.
On
Make it
next
2.
episode.
I'll be fired up as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
for sure.
I'm holding you to it. You like to
Okay.
hold me to stuff. I'm holding you to it.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Man. So with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap up this show, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching again, man. We are the Sportaholics. My name's Russ. I am the host. That's my guy over there, Peyton. He's the expert. He likes to call me an expert as well. And I just talk whatever I talk, you know.
And the guy that wears multiple hats.
Hey, I am. You know what? I'm no longer the host. I am the multiple hat wearer, and that's my guy over there, Peyton. He's full of football knowledge, man, and basketball knowledge as well. Like, I don't want to undercut anything that this guy has going on. So with that being said, Peyton, anything you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Definitely look forward to our announcement coming soon. And again, love to hear what y'all think about these games coming up. Anything else that you want to share, feel free. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in with us.
Yeah, man. And with that being said, y'all make sure y'all go out there, have a good weekend, man. Cheers to all of you guys who have been supporting the Sportaholics since day one. We love y'all. We really do appreciate y'all. And we'll be back next week with the results of our playoff predictions or whatever the case may be. Remember, Peyton's up right now 6-4. I'm down 5-5. I'm looking forward to it because I know I'm gonna be up by the end of the weekend. So
shoot.
Yes, sir.
About that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He made some pretty bad picks. Pretty bold picks.
Bold. Let's
Pretty
call
bold
them
picks.
bold.
Pretty bold picks.
Yeah.
All right. So
Come on.
man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff today.
Good stuff, man.
I really do appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
And we out of here
Appreciate
just
you,
like that, man. Until next time, y'all make sure y'all follow us on IG and Twitter and Instagram.
All
Well,
that
I said
stuff.
Instagram
Yeah.
already, but YouTube. Please make sure y'all follow us, subscribe, comment, like, and we'll be back next week with another episode of the Sportaholics.
Stay tuned.
We out, man.
We out.